Hey you guys, it's that time, pick a story, where in one of the decks or all of the decks could be a story or a message for you. So what I want you to do is to pause the video and I'll focus on the card the deck that's resonating with you, and we'll go ahead and begin with deck number one. All right, we have the Two of Cups, the Devil, the King of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, the Page of Wands, overall energy, Hanged Man, Three of Swords, and Ten of Wands. Okay, so I kind of feel that someone had been carrying a burden of a broken heart and had been placed in a position where there has had to be like a lot of self-reflection. It's kind of like somebody is like in a time out to reflect. And I feel that because of some sort of experience, someone has been enlightened, or someone has been having some sort of awakening. It could be you, and you might see like love from a different perspective, relationships from a different perspective. I feel too like maybe somebody has been trying to keep themselves buried in work so that they didn't have to think about what they were feeling. It's possible that you or somebody has been meditating, or yeah, just kind of in isolation, thinking about how something went down, or thinking about the things that have hurt you or people that have hurt you. But it does seem like it's specifically having to do with, love. And I do feel that even though something has been on hold or someone has been in time out, like something's getting ready to start back. Maybe you've been dreaming about being in a relationship or connecting with someone, but the relationship itself, I mean, it could be karmic. It could be. Either way, it's indicating that two people are kind of like stuck in each other's energies until there is enlightenment, until there is something that is understood by the soul. I kind of feel like somebody's pain is deeply rooted. Something is deeply rooted. And this connection is deeply rooted. I feel like two people have been connected for eons. You may have already started this connection, or maybe it's something that's getting ready to happen. It also, something makes me feel like a connection never stopped or went away. It's always been there. Even if there was a breakup, like your souls were still attached. There's an intensity here. There's an obsession. if you are to enter this relationship, I do feel like at some point you guys become kind of like glued together at the hip, and it's like you become obsessed with each other. Now, it also could be that you are kind of tied in with three specific energies, like you all have some sort of karma together that you're here to resolve or learn from. And that could be with an earth sign, especially Capricorn, air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There also may have been a situation where there was betrayal. Now, something else I was getting ready to get at. Oh, yeah. Now, somebody also might suffer from some kind of drug addiction. I feel like somebody maybe gets high a lot. Yeah. Could be a situation where somebody is always getting high, or they're having a hard time letting go of, these old habits. The other thing I see relationship wise is that there is a potential third party that they're having a hard time letting go of, or it's not necessarily that they're in a relationship with them, but they just come with the package. Like maybe they share a child together, or there is some reason why these two people are still attached to each other. I feel like a relationship is also very physical, but also very spiritual. But it definitely might take the physical attraction, that intensity, to lock two people in before they start to realize how spiritual the connection is, or that it has deeper roots. I do get the energy too of someone who is obsessed with power. Someone is obsessed with power or being in control. I feel that someone was like a king or a queen in a previous life, or someone might have like a royal bloodline. As far as work, you might love what you do, but at the same time, there is something going on where you feel like you have to do it, or it's becoming like a burden. You also might be obsessed with your work. It's likely too that you're going to need to set boundaries with your employer. Maybe they're trying to make you, just work you to death and not give you any freedom. So I feel like at some point you've got to set boundaries with your employer. I feel like you're also needing to set boundaries with people in general. Certain people are going to try to continue to take as much as they can from you until you put your foot down. Spiritually, I feel that someone might be visited by a succubus or an incubus. And then I'm also hearing something about a Jezebel spirit. You're gonna have to look into that and see how you perceive it. I'm just hearing like Jezebel spirit. So another thing I'm seeing is that if you're in a relationship, there is somebody all up in your partner's face, trying to sever your relationship. This person is trying to take this person away, basically, by any means necessary, and they're obsessed with your person, male or female. Um, hmm. There is a possibility too that someone is acting desperate out of rejection, like somebody's been rejected or they will be rejected if they don't stop. Mm. Hmm. If you are an entrepreneur, I feel that you love what you do, but you're not making enough money. I also feel that whatever you are doing is not getting enough recognition or the recognition that it deserves. So another thing I'm seeing is that you might have to make some sort of sacrifice. Like what are you willing to sacrifice to have XYZ? Are you going to sacrifice your time? Are you going to sacrifice your relationship? It's indicating that you're still holding on to something, and you can have what you want, but you've got to make some sort of a sacrifice. I feel like you're trying to cut off a situation. You might be trying to disconnect, or the more you ignore this obsessive person, the more intense they become. Seems like you're also trying to cut off old habits, or you're doing some kind of cord cutting. I'm hearing something about two people belong together. I don't know. I don't know who this person is. Hopefully, this is not someone you're repulsed by. But I keep feeling like two people belong together. It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm hearing stuff like you can't escape me or you can't get away from me. We belong together. Um, those might be the thoughts in someone's head. Mm. You also may have tried to disconnect from somebody because you were like, I don't want to do any more shadow work. But it's kind of like that's not how it works. I feel like shadow work can manifest in any form. So even if you are trying to disconnect from somebody, it's going to manifest in maybe a family member or your work or an employee at work. So it's going to manifest in some way. Health-wise, I feel that something could be going on in regards to somebody's kidneys or lungs. One might be healthy, one is strained. Also, health-wise, someone maybe needs to have something removed. Especially if it's any type of tumor. Doesn't have to be cancer. It could be, what is that? Benign or non-benign? Whichever one is non-cancerous, it could be that. It also could be something like, what are those things called? Fibroids. It could be something like fibroids, but I kind of feel like maybe somebody needs to have something removed. I would also go as far as to say, make sure that you don't have any heart problems. I don't care how young you are. Just make sure that, your heart is in shape. Because if you are dealing with severe stress or if you have a heart murmur, I don't know, something could be triggering any type of heart issues. So just make sure you get that checked out. So another thing in regards to career, it's possible that you're going to take on a part-time job, or you start new work, you start a new job. I also feel that maybe you're being paid for your thoughts, or paid for your opinions, or paid for your words. I feel like you have some kind of gift that you can make money from. There's a strong possibility that an earth sign has been thinking about you, is in love with you, or you as an earth sign are in love with an air sign or a fire sign or both. But yeah, I feel like an earth sign has been thinking about you nonstop. They're obsessed. They don't know what's happening to them. They feel connected to you. They feel that there is telepathy between you and them. It's possible that this person has been trying to connect with you, channel you mentally. I feel like at some point, if you're confused about something, it's going to dawn on you. It's going to hit you just like out of the blue. If someone has already had some kind of a surgery, I see like recovery. Someone is recovering. I'm getting the initial D for a guy's name. Is something like Dayline. I feel like you have a secret admirer, or maybe more than one secret admirer. I feel that someone also tries to act as if they don't like you, but they do. And the way they go about showing you might come off annoying or frustrating. This person might be immature when it comes to communication, or they themselves are just young. In fact, I do have several energies that now indicate that there could be some sort of an age gap that comes off as very taboo. So maybe someone is much younger than you that you're attracted to, or they're attracted to you, but or maybe you're the one that's much younger. So it just seems like there could be something dealing with an age gap. Somebody can get paid for their body, but they don't want to. I don't know if it's necessarily sex, but something to do with their physical body, showing it off or something. All right, let's go on to deck number 2. We have the Lovers, the Hanged One, 4 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 5 of Swords, overall energy, 7 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, and 9 of Cups. Okay, so I feel like your overall energy could be dealing with some kind of confusion. It's also possible that you're being delusional about something, or maybe you're just fantasizing. You could be fantasizing about money, or just fantasizing about some sort of lifestyle that you want. You also could be fantasizing about, I don't know, somebody else's person. If you're in a relationship, it's possible that somebody is fantasizing about being with you. There is a possibility that someone is having an emotional affair. I don't know if they're necessarily sleeping with anybody, but it does look like somebody is having an emotional affair. This also could be something that you just find out about somebody, especially like a family member. Just surprised to find out that they had an affair. It's possible too that like you have money, but you don't know what to do with it. So you're just holding on to it until, so that you don't spend out of emotion. You're like, let me spend smart. Let me hold on to my money for a while. Seems like you're also needing to like put things into perspective. It just seems like you're having a hard time seeing something for what it is. There's a possibility that someone's been communicating with you in dreams, especially if you have like a twin. Seems like maybe somebody's been trying to communicate with you through dreams. I see a lot of fantasizing and daydreaming. Um, and I feel like somebody is getting ready to come into your life. And this connection itself, something about this connection is very spiritual or enlightening. This person may be coming into your life for a reason, or to awaken like your crown chakra or activate it. Yeah, if you're single, I feel like you're getting ready to connect with someone. I still see red flags though in regards to relationships. I feel like there are secrets surrounding relationships or potential relationships. Like even if you're single and you meet somebody, there's a strong possibility that this person's already in a relationship. Um, it could be something else, but if they're not necessarily in a relationship, I feel that they would want your relationship to be a secret for whatever reason. I don't know if it's for political reasons or if because this person's anything having to do with somebody that has like a status, like a high status, that everybody is aware of this person and their whereabouts. Maybe they just don't want the public to know about their personal life. Um, so yeah, if you were to enter a relationship, I feel like either it's going to be have to be secret or it's a secret affair. Mm. It also seems that someone is being placed in someone's life to help them put things into perspective and to make a choice. It also could be that you are the one that enters someone's life, and the minute you do that, this person is like, oh, like, I don't know. I thought I was in love, or I thought this is what I wanted with this person, but you came along and now I don't know. So now someone is just kind of like at a crossroads and they're torn between you and another person. Now, if there is no secret affairs and things like that, it's still something's centralized around a secret. Let's say you and your partner are secretly thinking about, I don't know, going away, relocating and not telling the other family. Or maybe you and your partner just came into some money, but you don't want to tell the rest of the family. So it could be something like that if it's not about like, cheating and stuff. I will still put that on the back burner though. I hate to be the, bearer of bad news, but yeah. Um, you also might have a tendency to keep your emotions bottled up, and then it just starts to eat away at you, give you anxiety. So it's better for you to communicate or express what you're thinking or feeling. In fact, that's another major message of your reading, is that you need to communicate or you need to talk or express yourself. Maybe you need to be expressive. No matter what medium you use to express yourself, maybe it's artistic expression, maybe you just need to verbalize stuff in general. But Your throat chakra could be blocked, and I just feel like you need to communicate. Mm. I feel like you're going to connect with someone or have a conversation with someone, but then maybe it doesn't go any further. I don't know if this person is intentionally playing mind games with you, but I feel that you're not going to feed into that. I feel like you're going to be like, well, I'm not going to, chase them or pursue them. Like if they know where to find me if they want to talk. And I kind of feel like two people become distant with each other, even though they're very much attracted to each other, or maybe even in love with each other. I feel like somebody is becoming very defensive for whatever reason. Maybe somebody says the wrong thing, or maybe something is taken the wrong way. This can also be some form of miscommunication. I kind of feel that somebody's also trying to prove a point. Excuse me. I don't know if their ego has been bruised, but somebody might be trying to prove a point. I see someone possibly trying to make their love interest jealous. I don't know if you're trying to do this or if somebody is using you to make another person jealous. But it does look like maybe somebody is playing mind games. Something else I was picking up from here. I kind of feel like somebody is taking something the wrong way. So I'm hearing something like speak now or forever hold your peace. I don't know if someone's literally going to a wedding. But again, like I was saying, it looks like somebody needs to communicate. Someone needs to overcome their fear or their anxiety, and just speak out. It looks too like somebody's trying to get your attention, but maybe you're intentionally tuning somebody out for whatever reason. You're just like, I'm not acknowledging them. You have a soulmate around you. Somebody's your soulmate. You also could be in denial or saying that you don't want this to be your soulmate, or that's not my soulmate, or maybe it's like you're trying to talk yourself out of something that is very obvious or true. I don't know why you're denying it. I feel like it's more of a defense thing because you don't want to be let down or disappointed. But I feel like somebody is a soulmate, and it's like you know it. Mm. So I'm also seeing this as temptation. At some point, you're going to be faced with temptation. Something is being placed in front of you, and it's like, are you going to do it? Are you going to indulge? Are you going to, and this can be temptation in any form, not just romantic, but it's like you're being tempted with something. Mm. Something also looks like Somebody's opening up to you, but you don't trust them, or you don't believe what they have to say. You don't trust this person for some reason. Or maybe you need them to prove it instead of just being all talk. If you're confused about, what direction you're supposed to be headed in, or especially maybe more so like career, it seems like it either has to do with communication, anything dealing with communication, all things dealing with third house. Also look at how communication manifests in your birth chart. So for instance, I have like Gemini in a third house, not in a third house, in the 11th house. So my communication like kind of manifests through like social media. When I express myself, it's usually through social media. So I feel like you are needing to like look at what house you are meant to express yourself in, like either with your hands, communicating with like words, typing, or vocal. Sometimes that can also talk about like your second house too, with the vocal part, but anything dealing with like writing, typing, yeah, dealing with like public relations and things of that sort. I feel like look and see what house that is in. I feel like you're also just thinking about your professional life, your finances. Seems that after something is revealed to you, you kind of feel stuck, like you don't know what to do with that information, or you don't know where to go from here. And that's okay, because I feel like, for the time being, you just needed to hear this message, and then it's going to process, and you'll know what to do with the information when the time comes. So it's kind of like something was passed down to you, and you're like, what am I supposed to do with this? And it's just like, just hold on to, you'll know when to use it. And I kind of feel like that is what's happening. In regards to your personal self, sometimes it seems that you feel a lack of something. In fact, your faith or spirituality might be tested, or maybe it's being tested now. And it is likely because you are stuck on some sort of ideas or old beliefs that aren't relevant for the path that you're on right now. Or you're too focused on one thing, and it's just like you need to be broader in your thoughts. I feel like you're needing to be more open-minded about something. Seems like you're also stuck in your ways, or you're being stubborn about something. Um, like there could be some sort of opportunity in front of you. Maybe it's an opportunity for a new job or a new relationship, whatever it is, and you're just kind of like, I'm gonna wait until something different comes along. I want to make sure that I get the best offer. So I feel like you're not acting out on something that is in front of you, this opportunity. Mm, hmm. You might be having a hard time seeing yourself in a different light. I feel like you're having a hard time seeing your future in a certain way because you're still holding on to what you thought your future was going to be like, and it's just like, no, this might be your future instead. This is your new life, or this is the new path that you're on. I just feel like you're having a hard time digesting something. mm, hmm. Now I'm also getting the energy of someone who might be waiting for you to respond to them, and I don't know, you're not responding to this person, or you're taking your own time, your own sweet time. You're like, I'll get to them whenever. So somebody is like waiting for you. Now, it doesn't have to be romantic. It could be for, like, do you still want this job, or do you still want this apartment? Like, we have another applicant, but we really liked you. Like, something's going on where somebody's waiting on your response. If somebody's trying to play mind games, it's not working on you. I feel like you don't want to be caged up. Um, Something's going on where you don't want to feel like you're stuck. I don't know if you don't want to feel stuck at a job or a relationship, but looks like you're like, I don't want to be stuck. Mm. At work, I feel that your coworkers are giving you anxiety. Maybe they don't listen to you. Maybe they're not allowing you to share your input. You might feel like you've been put in a corner. Uh, hmm. I feel like you just feel like your voice isn't being heard. You're like, people aren't hearing me. Hmm. I do feel that people will come around. I do feel that somebody keeps trying to string you along. Somebody is like breadcrumbing you, um, trying to get you to hold on or to wait for them. Someone's love language is to ignore you, and I'm getting especially if they're Aquarius or have a strong Aquarius placement. Mm. Yeah, I'm getting someone has a strange way of showing love. Like um, the way they show love is just kind of distant or mean, which also sends mixed signals. Um, because it goes back to that whole childhood thing about the boy being mean to the girl when he likes her. Is something like that is going on. Um, they're ignoring you in hopes to get your attention. Their silence is their communication, is just what I'm getting. And then I feel like this person goes to see if you're paying attention to what they're doing. They're like, do you notice that I'm ignoring you? Did you notice? Like, I don't know. I just kind of feel like someone wants to know if you know that you're being ignored. Mm, hmm. There's a possibility of a water sign envious of the attention that you're getting, or somebody is envious of the attention that a water sign gives to you. Mm, I feel like there's going to be secrets in regards to career or money. I feel like somebody is coming into some money and they don't want to tell people how they're making it. It's like they're gatekeeping. All right, so let's move on to deck number 3. You have the King of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles, the Devil, 8 of Swords, 7 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, and 8 of Cups, if it will come apart. All right. So, I don't know, off the bat I was getting something about being either a mental slave or someone wanting to enslave you. It could be on some kink type situation. I do feel like someone wants to own or possess you. Somebody is coming off like, you're mine, you work for me, and only me. You keep your mouth shut and you belong to me. Like, I'm hearing like someone who is just very controlling or possessive. Yeah. And they can get very jealous. This person, they might not appear like it, but I do feel like they have a very bad temper if provoked. This person can rage. Um, hmm. So I kind of feel that there is this longing to find somebody, or somebody was lost and lonely. But I feel like that situation came to an end, or it will be. So if you've been feeling like lost and confused, I feel that you're going to run into what you're looking for. It looks like two people find each other. But now it's like, okay, we found each other. What do we do next? Where is this going? And I kind of feel like you are putting like a lot of thought into this relationship or this connection that you're having with somebody. Seems like you're also having to be patient. Excuse me, something is developing just at a very slow rate. You also might think that somebody forgot about you, but they didn't. You or somebody is being very strategic in regards to the next move. It could be the next business move, or it could be the next move in regards to a relationship, but somebody's being very strategic. I feel like there's a water sign thinking about you a lot, but they are thinking about you like really seriously. They're like, if we do this, like it's gonna be for a long time. We got to do this for real. Like, somebody is like, when I go in like that, I'm serious. That's it. Um, yeah, I feel like somebody does not take relationships lightly. I also feel like somebody is just very serious about their money and their investments. They're like, if I invest in this, then I'm all in. There's no halfway with me. So someone is just very serious about their investments. Mm. You also could be putting things into perspective, trying to see if it's worth it, if something is worth your time and energy. Is it worth it to go into this relationship? Is it worth it to buy this house? Is it worth it to be in this job? So you're definitely taking some sort of an assessment. It's possible too that someone has been thinking about making an offer to you. Um, but like I said, whatever this offer is, they had to put a lot of thought into it. If it's considering you for employment, they're thinking about it long and hard. Maybe they're comparing you to another strong contender. Um, and then the same thing for a relationship. They're like, really contemplating, you know, connecting with you or committing to you. But I feel like you're going to have some sort of an offering, financial offering, that's going to give you financial freedom or financial independence. But there are strings attached. I feel like, this isn't just easy. It's like, no, if I'm offering this job to you, that's why it's like I own you now, or this is a heavy or important contract that you're going under. And this can be for whether you work at a company, or if you offer some sort of service that someone is hiring you for. It's like once they hire you, you're locked in. They want results, and they don't want you working with anybody else. So there's a strong possibility that whatever you do business wise, that you work with some sort of high end clients, that they're able to do this. Mm. You also could be getting ready to make some sort of powerful business moves. If you are entering a relationship, you're going to have to make sure that you don't lose yourself in the process. You're going to have to find a way to sustain your life and their life. Make sure that you keep your individual life. And I feel like it's going to be difficult for some reason. Maybe because this person is just like so demanding and authoritative. They're like, but yeah, I feel like you're gonna have to set boundaries with this person because they're very consuming, and I feel like they also know how to say things to get into your head. You could be dealing with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, or Capricorn. Another thing I'm seeing is that somebody suffers from depression or depression anxiety and likely takes medications for it. There's a strong possibility that someone's been keeping tabs on you. I feel like somebody doesn't want you to leave their sight. Now, I also could be picking up on the energy of someone who is in jail or on house arrest. I feel like somebody hides their feelings for you, or they try to misdirect you. They're intentionally trying to keep you confused. I'm hearing something about a documentary, so I don't know if you make documentaries or if you're like heavily into them. You could be watching a documentary about cell life. Yeah, I feel that somebody's going to be offered some type of job or some type of work. Somebody is making a payment offering to you. I see agreements being made or contracts being signed. This also counts if you're making any type of large purchase because there's an indication that you're going under contract. It could be for a loan. It could even be considered like a credit card. But I feel like you're being locked into some sort of an agreement. Yeah, anything that you've been needing, any type of assistance, I feel like you're going to get it. I feel like you made a good investment in the past, and you're going to start to see the fruits of it. I feel like you're also doing things to overcome your insecurities, especially if it has to do with your physical appearance. Maybe you're just doing different things with yourself. Maybe you're losing weight or gaining weight, but it seems like you're doing something to your physical appearance that's giving you some kind of confidence. Somebody likes distance or freedom from their family. I feel like somebody starts to develop a lot of anxiety if they're around their family too much or too long. You might can only handle your family in doses. In a love situation, I feel like somebody wants to know if you're single. They might ask you if you're single. If someone is doing like a lot of nice things for you, you're going to be like, what's the catch? And there is a catch. So, yeah, this is still talking about someone that has like depression, anxiety, but they don't share that with a lot of people. It's possible someone blocked you because you were giving them anxiety, even if you weren't trying to, they just couldn't help it. This person couldn't handle seeing your statuses. They, they couldn't handle it, so they blocked you. I feel like this person is ready to come forward. They've been thinking about you a lot. They feel like they're in a position to handle you now, or to, see you without getting triggered. But they're still obsessed with you. I feel like this person still wants to lock it down. Somebody's probably going to ask you to go with them. I don't know if it's a vacation or if they just want you to do stuff with them, but I feel like they're asking you to go somewhere with them. Somebody really just feels like a slave at their job. Someone maybe feels like they're on a leash, or they're being controlled, like they can only do so much, and then they're being like snatched back, like somebody's tugging at their chains and like, get back here, you can't go too far. Somebody doesn't want you to stray too far from them. I just really keep getting that message. Somebody also may be considering moving closer to you. Maybe you tried to move on or walk away from somebody and they're talking about moving closer to you. I keep hearing D initials. Now I'm hearing the name Don. Now, I am starting to get something that could be like a warning. Hopefully, it's just something that somebody is watching, but it does look like maybe someone being sold into slavery, which really is kind of like, I guess, child trafficking. Um, so I don't know if this is something personal where somebody is wondering what happened to somebody and if they'll find them. And it looks like someone was sold into like slavery, but like trafficking or, something sexual. Like I said, hopefully that's just something that you're watching. All right, so hopefully these messages help. Feel free to leave your feedback. Thank you guys for watching. Sending love and grace.